Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge Rangers.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now Jackson on second down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Being chased out left, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 23-yard run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now he steps away. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from second to third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Left.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Mahomes now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley able to drop him for a loss of 4. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Going deep here for Watkins. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but Here, let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not.
And the ball is knocked out. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Jackson on first down. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Touchdown, Ravens. Now, always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Black 58 rail.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Left. Here we go. Green, 39.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Mahomes. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be steering at a third and long here. The Chiefs on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Rolling to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Allen Bailey able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson taking it in from the 20, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. That's caught inside the 20. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On the ground, this is Ware. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Keeps himself upright. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. They probably get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches. And they're trying to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Jackson forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Now Jackson on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now Jackson on second down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
To throw is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught. Throw